everyone. Welcome to the Great Baking Bash. I'm Gwen, and this week with me, I have, oh my goodness, I have a very special visitor. Let's see who's here. Who is it?
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh, hello, Gwen. Hello, Kaylee. You made my dog bark very much. I will be right back. Come here.
Hello, everybody. It's my first time hosting, and now I'm all alone. What should I do? Sing a song? Oh, it's too late.
Too late. It's too late indeed. Kaylee Kane is with me. Now, some of you may know her from 69 Minutes of Sex with Me, or her recent new hit, Misinformation, which is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you are missing out. Oh, Kaylee, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I absolutely love 2MB Studios, and I love watching people bake.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place because that's all we do. Oh. Now, Kaylee, are you done? Are you finished? No, we're not finished. We're still doing this. Kaylee, now I know that I'm a single dog mother. It's so sad. Kaylee, I know that you have a very special engagement coming up. You are going to be on this new show we're having run through the Ladies of Laughter. They're having their first show next Sunday at 7. It's called The LOL Show.
That's exactly right. Oh, there I am with all of these special ladies. And you too, Gwen.
Oh, my goodness. That must be my American cousin. We have the same name, the same dog, the same everything. And we're having this special show. Follow on Instagram or Facebook, Ladies of Laughter, and DM for the link. It's going to be a Zoom show. And we're going to have, it's going to be very fun because in addition to the amazing lineup of performers which you see before you, there are opportunities for you to perform as well. This is meant to bring together women in comedy in a pandemic and give them a space to be creative and feel validated personally and creatively. So we'll have opportunities for you to write your own joke, caption that meme, make this new Hallmark movie, all sorts of fun things, fun games. So.
Gwen, I could not be more excited about this show. I have to say, when your twin American cousin told me about it, I was so excited. I went ahead, just keeled over and threw up right into my Birkin bag. I can't wait for Sunday, November 22nd at 7 p.m.
Oh, and as we all know, that is Kaylee's hallmark of excitement, is to vomit into a Birkin bag. If there's no Birkin bag, you find one. Kaylee, this is fantastic. So we're so excited to see you here today and on your show and on the Ladies of Laughter show. And you know who else we're excited to see, Kaylee?
Tell me. Oh, is it Lauren Chapman?
It's Lauren Chapman, indeed. It's Lauren Chapman. Now, Kaylee, do you have a favorite Lauren Chapman apron? And I understand if you don't, because there are just so many good ones.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite.
Neither. Well, that's not true. I have clearly picked a favorite. It's blue. It's got birds on it. It's amazing. But she can accessorize anything. So she could wear the curtains. She's a true life Maria von Trapp. Let us check out her first video and see what she baked for our theme, which is gathering apart. Oh, look at it.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and today we are going to make pumpkin cupcakes with a cheesecake center and a cream cheese frosting. This looks like a lot of ingredients, and that's only because it is, but it's for 3 separate components of the cupcake. Cupcakes are wonderful, especially COVID, because it's a great recipe to share with friends and family. It's all the benefits of cake, but individualized. I'm not a true authority on cheesecake, only because I don't really agree with who cheesecake is. Had like a handful of times, the first few times very, very begrudgingly, and then I enjoyed it, and then I realized what it was. It's just cheesecake. I think if I were to eat a whole slice of cheesecake, I would be disgusted. But as a filling inside of a cupcake, I think I can tolerate that. I think it's actually going to be very, very good. Tiny, tiny, super indulgent piece in an overall indulgent treat. So our ingredients, there's a lot. Our flour, brown sugar. This is 100% pure pumpkin. So if you look at the ingredients, it just says it's pumpkin puree. We'll use a third of this though. Salt, baking soda, baking powder, nutmeg, cinnamon, and pumpkin spice. You can buy pumpkin spice or you can just make it by mixing together equal parts. Ginger, cloves, cinnamon, and allspice or nutmeg. It's equal parts of those though, so I just did a fourth teaspoon of each, mixed it together. 2 eggs. For the cheesecake center, we're obviously going to use cream cheese. I think, yeah. So more pumpkin.
Too many ingredients.
Sugar, normal sugar, and then for the cream cheese frosting, we're going to use butter, more cream cheese, powdered sugar, and vanilla. So yeah, a lot of ingredients to make delightful cupcakes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is combine our dry ingredients. And since we're using mason jars, I'm just going to pour it all in here and shake it up.
Oh my goodness. Well, we really went on a journey there. There are so many ingredients.
I didn't even know there were that many ingredients.
No, and you know, pumpkin spice, they most recently did.
Pumpkin built into the pumpkin ingredients. I already poured in our pumpkin mixture. This is really so it's kind of gross in there. And I don't think I mentioned oil at the top. We will need oil. So our pumpkin, our oil, our brown sugar, our normal sugar, and our eggs.
Oh, lovely. Well, you know, I know someone here who would say you can substitute mayonnaise where there's oil. Where there's oil.
And there it is.
There it is. There it is. Oh, very upsetting. But this is not upsetting. This is gorgeous.
Okay.
I'm a cheesecake.
Our batter is done.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, at this point, I would add sour cream because I think it always makes the batter, the texture of the batter taste a bit better. But this batter is already like super moist. I already really, really like the consistency. Also, I don't know why people don't like the word moist. So I Googled it. Why do people hate the word moist? It seems like a perfectly fine word to me. But apparently, when I Googled it, so one answer was like, people don't like the way it sounds. But another was, oh, we've been socialized to think the word moist is disgusting because it alludes to bodily functions. But like, whose bodily functions, I wonder?
That is the question.
I think
Could be anyone.
boys need to get their minds out of the patriarchy better. Because there's nothing wrong with the word moist. If cakes were moist, you would hate them and you would not want to eat a cake. This batter is very moist, so I'm very pleased with it.
Oh, you know, my favorite bodily function is I've been built with a coffee maker. So it's a bonus feature.
That's incredible and very useful.
Yes, absolutely. I do like the point that moist itself is not a bad word. You know, I'm thinking about this. I actually had this conversation yesterday.
It's not a bad word at all. Everybody's body is different. One of my feet is a whisk.
Oh, well, that must come in handy for whipped cream.
Absolutely. It's all over my floor.
Oh, excellent. Well, Lauren is making her pumpkin cheesecake cupcakes. That's so many desserts in one.
Unbelievable. I did not know that pumpkin spice was a mix of spices. I thought it was spice from a pumpkin.
Spice from pumpkin. Yes. No, it was not, in fact. But they did, in fact, have to add pumpkin into the pumpkin spice at the Starbucks.
Yes.
Yes, because people were so enraged Upon discovering that there was no pumpkin, yes, big pumpkin lies.
Big pumpkin lies.
Well, you've got to watch out for big pumpkin. You know, no one is keeping them in check. No one is keeping big pumpkin in check. And we're not talking about it. I'm sorry, we're not talking about it enough.
Everyone needs to recognize the big pumpkin lies going on. And I'm glad that Lauren is sticking to the integrity move of adding pumpkin into a pumpkin dessert.
Yes. The great pumpkin Charlie Brown? I think not. The boomer pumpkin Charlie Brown. Let's be honest. The tanking the economy pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Absolutely.
Well, Lauren, we're so excited to see what comes of this. I personally would eat a whole cheesecake. In fact, now my heart is panging for the Cheesecake Factory, which is my secret shame.
Oh. Gwen, shall you and I go to the Cheesecake Factory after this?
Shall we? Shall we? Oh, we shall. And we shall eat so much pasta that we feel we've made a grave error.
Just wonderful.
Just wonderful. Oh, you know who we haven't checked in with in a while, and I'm so excited to see next, is our dear friends, Zach and Liana.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what they're up to.
Ooh, mystery food. Well, this bodes well. Let us see.
I don't think I'm going to say what we're making.
Why?
I think they can just figure it out. A hint is that it has nothing to do with the theme for this week.
As it always does, Zach, as it always does.
Nothing to do with the theme.
And
Our theme is so vague.
it's so ironic. Because it's,
How could it not?
it's more clumpy than a chunky. It's
I
not.
told you a microwave. You didn't.
It's not safe to microwave a container like this.
I think that may be all natural peanut butter.
Ooh. Do you think is that maple syrup?
Oh, I thought it was soy sauce, but maple syrup makes much more sense.
Microwave.
Oh, but healthy.
But you don't
In
think.
moderation.
This explicitly says not microwave.
Well, this doesn't explicitly say it because no one would even think to put it in the microwave.
You know, I do miss when my family bickers on Thanksgiving, and I'm glad that even though I won't be with them this Thanksgiving, getting a taste of it here.
So far, I have to say, this video is exactly on theme.
Oh,
Two
Oh.
tablespoons of melted coconut oil.
Oh, coconut oil.
Right?
I thought coconut oil was only to use in the shower. I didn't realize we could put it into mystery food.
I'm sorry.
You can put it in anything. Coconut oil goes anywhere. It's
Incredible.
yes, the handyman's oil.
Sure is,
That's what
Gwen.
they call it. That's what they call it.
There's a little visitor in the kitchen.
Oh, we got a little artistic for a second. It was an artsy shot.
It's a part of the mystery.
Oh my goodness. We're scooping out flour, but only a little bit. Are we making like bakeless bites? Are we making peanut butter cookies?
This is real.
So far, Gwen, I haven't seen anything that needs to be baked. So I think you're correct that this could be a bakeless food.
Exactly.
Other Dave Thomas says coconut oil makes for a great keto coffee addition. Fun fact.
Oh, what's a keto? Very fun fact. I'll have to Google that later, Lauren.
Yes, is that like a kilo?
Great for a kilo of coffee. 1 kilo of coffee. And 1 tablespoon of coconut oil.
Oh, we're scooping it. We're scooping it where I cannot see, but we're scooping it. And focusing so much.
Weird weather we're having. I mean, it's nice to have warm weather.
It's all a part of the process. Never rush.
Never.
I was talking to people watching. Okay, bye.
Okay, see ya.
Have fun with the watching people. You need to talk to them or they're going to get bored.
We're rolling them into balls. Gwen, I think you were onto something earlier.
Reese's eggs. We're making Reese's eggs.
This is exciting. This is the first time we've had a Liana star role.
I believe we have covered them in some sort of brown liquid, and now we're taking them out of the freezer.
Yes, Kaylee, they've made one of my favorite things.
Have they?
Oh, are they being cute? Oh, they're being cute.
Goodbye, Ginger.
Oh, that kitty Ginger.
Oh. Up close cat. What we've all been waiting for.
Yes, nothing like an up close cat.
Oh no. You know what they say about curiosity, Ginger?
Yes.
That it's healthy and an excellent exercise if you're looking to learn something new.
Yes, exactly. That our modern education system should value it. That's what they say about curiosity. Lovely. Oh my gosh, this was so lovely. We saw more of their relationship than we ever have.
Which is really what we're all looking for on this show, isn't it?
So much. Absolutely. The Great Baking Bash. If you can't read between the lines, I cannot help you.
Whenever I watch The Great Baking Bash, my favorite part is the character development.
Yes, absolutely. Our characters are quite wild. And they made one of my favorite things, I think. Sooner or later says, are these Reese's? They may be. Maybe Zach will tell us later, or Liana. But what I believe they are is I believe they are these, oh gosh, what are they called? Are they called Buckeyes? Where they're peanut butter balls in chocolate. This, I have to, you know what, I should make them this year because I have a family friend. They said they were. Well, 2MB Studios, we were very busy looking at their cat. We were very busy. These are my favorites, and I have someone who, a relative who makes them every year. But this year, I get to be that relative to me.
Incredible! To your twin American cousin.
My twin American cousin, yes, absolutely. Luckily, we live in the same space, just in different time continuums. So,
Perfect.
It's pretty easy to send gifts.
Very convenient.
Yeah, it's like You've Got Mail or the Lake House. Is that what I'm thinking of? Where there's the time mailbox.
Yes.
The more I do this, the more you're going to get it.
Yes, I believe so. There's also the movie The Time Traveler's Twin American Cousin, which this also reminds me of.
Yes, absolutely. Now, we're speaking of movies. We happen to have with us a movie expert.
Ooh!
Yes, and you know them. You love them.
Yes.
Let's see who it is.
Oh.
It's Lauren!
Hello, Gwen and Julie.
Lauren.
This is my first time live in the tent. Can you believe it?
I truly cannot believe, Lauren, you have not only been baking once a week in quarantine, which is impressive, but you have been on every single one of our shows with these amazing bakes.
Absolutely incredible. Lauren, you are such a presence on the Great Baking Bash that I had no idea this was your first time live in the tent.
Normally, I have to submit my videos because my baking takes a lot of time and effort and love.
Oh, lots of love. Now, speaking of love, if there's one place to see love during the holidays, it is, of course, well,
It is.
love.
I have been waiting 23 minutes for the perfect segue to join. Love for the holidays.
Love for the holidays. Oh, look at all of these humans who I love. And Lauren, when I want to see an example, I won't say a good example, I can't bring myself to, but an example of love, I should take myself to see holiday movies. And Lauren, you are an expert on holiday films from Hallmark.
Oh, I try. Holiday movies from Hallmark are true joy because you don't have to pay attention to them. You know exactly how they're going to turn out. You will either have DJ from Full House, Wendy from The Wonder Years, or Gretchen from Mean Girls starring. Their jobs will be a teacher, a nurse, or a journalist, and they will meet either a man in flannel, a prince, or a secret Santa who's young.
Ooh, a secret Santa who's young?
Has there ever been a scenario where it's a prince disguised as a man in flannel who is working at the mall as a young Santa?
You know, I believe there is. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but if I had to guess, it would probably be something like Prince Santa.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my goodness, now Lauren, what I want to ask you, what is the wildest thing that you have seen in a Hallmark movie? What is the most stretch of the imagination that Hallmark has asked us for?
Well, there was a meet cute in a Donny Donuts, which is supposed to be Dunkin' Donuts. And the meet cute was between Broadway star Lauren Onassis and the Prince.
And the prince.
The Prince.
Prince.
Of Europe.
For all of Europe.
The Prince.
What was the prince doing in Donny Donuts?
Well, he and his mother, the Queen,
Yeah.
were going to go travel back home to Europe, but they had to stop in Boston to give a grant to a hospital. It got very snowy, however, and all the planes were gone.
Do you think that whoever wrote that thought they were very clever in doing an homage to a Wahlberg?
Most likely.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's simply amazing. Let's see. What do you think is, if you were to write your own holiday movie?
Also, why haven't you?
Yes.
Someday. We have nothing but time now. I should.
If there are any Netflix producers out there, Lauren's movie, buy it before it's even written. You'll want it.
Exactly.
What?
I would say it's very easy to write these. In fact, you remember MASH, the game we all played as children, where you write down different boys you might marry or people you might marry, the different kind of houses you might live in, the different jobs you might get. You can build how to write a Hallmark movie with these. We already know who our stars would be. We already know the jobs they may have and who the love interest is. Then you have to find out how the love connection will start. It can either start from the man being grumpy or the man needing to lead a lady around a new town.
Ooh.
Excellent.
A secondary conflict might be they're snowed in or the lady gets fired.
Oh.
I also feel like there's always an opportunity for a baking montage. So it's sort of like, are they doing like powdered cookies? So there's like a powder situation, or is it like cupcakes where it's like, ooh, frosting on each other?
Oh, it's such a good moment. Sometimes, every once in a while, the lady will be baking for some holiday event, and she happens to be baking with Mrs. Claus.
Well, do they fall in love?
Sadly, no.
I would
Hallmark isn't super inclusive yet. Someday.
Oh,
We'll work our way there.
Yeah, they probably don't pass the Bechdel test, do they?
There are too many princes to work their way through before they can get to a
Too
love
many.
story like that.
yes.
They're occasionally given a best friend, but that best friend always falls in love with the prince's helper.
Well, they should stop making the helpers so attractive. If that's
Exactly.
That's truly their fault.
Truly. If anyone does want to watch these holiday movies, there is a very inexpensive app that Dan and I use. It's called Friendly. It's how you would think you would spell it, except no vowels, except for the Y. And it's like $5 for the month. And you can watch holiday Hallmark movies all through the month of December. This is not an ad. This is just how I watch them.
And it's friendly.
It's
So it's friendly, but without the vowels. So friendly.
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 Friendly was taken. So.
Or
I'm-
if you follow my Instagram, sometimes I just watch them and take videos throughout.
Oh, it's
And-
worth it. Watch it.
And if we wanted to follow your Instagram for these stories, would you want to share your Instagram, or are we just teasing people that don't follow
Oh, I would want to share my Instagram. My Instagram is Lauren A. Chappa.
Yes, excellent. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for walking us through our holiday watching. Everyone, find her, Lauren H. Epper. It is, I can vouch for the stories where she live tweets on Instagram, live instas. I don't know. These holiday movies, they're fantastic.
I
Very
think
entertaining.
the only thing more heartwarming than a Hallmark movie, and this is a bold statement from me, mayonnaise.
You know, I would have to disagree. So I think this is the part where I must say goodbye for now.
Yes. We'll see you later, Lauren.
But hopefully that means hello, Cat.
Oh, I heard the word mayonnaise and was ready to jump in the tent.
My background today is in celebration of you.
Oh, thank you. A nice kitty.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're so excited to have you here in the tent, Kat. Kaylee, what are your feelings on mayonnaise?
My feelings on mayonnaise are, well, negative.
Yeah.
As in you don't have feelings, or they're negative feelings?
Negative feelings. I have to say I don't like mayonnaise. I find that mayonnaise is easy for me to ignore if there's a small amount of it. A large amount of mayonnaise, Kat, as you are so fond of, I'm sorry to say, well, Gwen, as I said before, sometimes makes me want to throw up in a Birkin bag.
Oh, and not out of joy this time. Not out of joy.
No, this time out of it, I just find it a bit sickening. I'm so sorry, Kat. I have to be honest.
We'll see if Kat can change your mind.
I will acknowledge, I recently learned that if you slather something in mayonnaise and then bake it, it seals in the moisture. So I don't know. Kat, I think you're bringing me over to I'd say the dark side, but really it's the light side. So I might be becoming a mayonnaise fan.
I respect those who do not quite fully understand the joy of mayonnaise, but I am really heartened to hear, Julie, that you're starting to become a convert, as one could say, after my many, many mayonnaise-based appearances on the show.
I would say it's probably a result of that. I don't know how else to describe it other than constant exposure to the mayonnaise.
Stockholm syndrome, perhaps. Now, Kat, I believe you've prepared something for us this week, and this week you brought us a video. It's
Yes.
Live. Kat's bringing videos. The world truly is upside down in a wonderful way.
What a special episode.
I thought I'd show you all what a gathering would look like, but it's just of me because the theme was gathering alone. So I just wanted to show you sort of what a normal day by myself might look like at a mealtime with just Loaf and I.
I'm already thrilled.
Oh, you know what? I'm so excited, Kat. It seems like we might be searching for your video. So while we are searching for your video, I would love to invite Kat. We started off, we've already talked about what we're watching. But Julie, why don't you talk a little bit about who we're following?
Yes. All right. As you know, I love following people that talk about food and more food. And I've recently discovered Boards by Mo via one of my other favorite people that I follow, 20-something plus. Boards by Mo, in addition to her full-time job, started a business where she creates, those gorgeous charcuterie and cookie and cheese platters. She makes them, she delivers them locally in the Boston area. So you can either you can either make it yourself and have an experience. She sends you all the pieces, or what you can do is she'll have it all set in a beautiful board. They're absolutely gorgeous. I follow her on Instagram, and the pictures of her boards I basically just like constantly want salami and dairy now.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Who doesn't always want salami and dairy? That's honestly my nickname, salami and dairy. What is the handle for this again?
It's Boards by Mo, just M-O.
Boards by Mo. So if that's who we're following, and we are in the meanwhile, we're reading some books, and of course, what we love to read. Thank you so much. I think it's just Mo on it, but otherwise it's Boards by Mo, and we're reading some fantastic cookbooks.
Yes.
That one that changed. There it is. There it is. Oh, perfect.
So I have had a bread making for beginners book on my shelf forever. And I'll be honest, every time I've picked it up and started to make bread, I got to the first page where it had you weigh the ingredients as opposed to measuring. And that was already too much work for me. Mm-hmm. So I didn't. And last week I said, you know what? I have so much time on my hands. I'm going to bake some bread. So I got to page 1 and I measured all of my ingredients. And then I got to page 2 where I had to measure the temperature of the air as well as the flour and do, I kid you not, math in order to determine how warm my water should be. But I did it. And let me just say, it was the most beautiful crusty bread that I have ever made in my life.
Math for bread. Math for water. Flowers for Algernon. Math for water.
Baking is science.
Oh,
I love this week. I love mayonnaise. I love bread. I love salami, and I love science.
I love that. So that is what we're watching. Tons and tons of holiday movies. Who we're following? Boards by Mo. Other Dave Thomas. I love it. You should make Boards by Moo and give a shout out to Boards by Mo. And we are, of course, reading this life-changing bread recipe. Who was that by again?
It's by O'Hara. I cannot recall off the top of my head the first name, but I made a slide somewhere.
Yeah. somewhere in the ether. Kat, we are so excited. We have your video, and we get to see Kat gathering a pot. Let's check it out.
I love the name.
I know, me too. Oh, gathering a pot.
Happy mealtime! Loaf is here too. Don't want to miss the mayo magic. Are we all ready to eat? Well, Ben posted that competitive mayonnaise eating.
No!
And I was sort of wondering how much mayonnaise could we eat in 3 minutes?
Oh no.
That would be eating too fast and we'd miss the deep, creamy flavor of mayonnaise. What a waste. Okay, if I could interject, the mayonnaise supply chain is pretty robust, so we should be fine. And also, I'm magical. Well, that clinches it. I'm just going to go right ahead.
Oh my God.
Oh, where can we hide?
That was supposed to be for all of us.
Oh no.
We have our own mayo jars just in case.
Oh my God!
Oh
no. It's worse than I had feared.
Just a normal meal at, my house.
Kaylee, where's the bag?
Have to make sure there's enough mayonnaise for everybody.
I feel like there's no walking back on my earlier statement. And so I must say that looked so delicious. And I'm so happy to have been exposed to a world where I witnessed someone eating mayonnaise out of a bowl. Just heaping spoonfuls. I mean, so moist.
Mayonnaise is quite moist. And we all know that that's not a bad word. Just as if eating mayonnaise out of a bowl is not a bad thing either.
Well, that's I'm so sorry.
I'm rethinking our decision about the word moist. I think there are certain situations in which gross.
I fully support the mayo.
You know, we'll have to leave this. This is the great divide at the Great Baking Bash, and I love it. Our audience loves to weigh in. Let us know, mayo or no mayo, moist or no moist. Do they go together? Is it a Venn diagram? I don't know. Oh, but Kat, your editing was superb. Or perhaps they are your American twin cousins.
Yes, well, the mayonnaise fairy made an appearance again. So the magic is in the air for mayonnaise.
So, Kat, let me ask you this: if you were to turn your love of mayo into a holiday movie, what would the plot be? If you were to just sort of give us the arc, if you will.
Yes, well, it would definitely open with a nice shot of a table with a big bowl of mayonnaise. It'd be very artistic, and it would pan to the protagonist, Loaf, in the kitchen. Now, Loaf is just chilling out as a loaf does, and over the course of the movie, Loaf experiences many different condiments and flavors of various brands, such as the Prince brand and the Santa brand. But then over time, Loaf realizes their adventures away from the kitchen and their bowl of mayonnaise have just drifted too far apart from what they truly desire. And so in the spirit of Christmas or the holiday season just in general, Loaf makes their way back into their kitchen and their home and just sits next to the bowl of mayonnaise by a nice warm toaster oven.
I
Beautiful.
love this. I know we are talking about the prince here, but I'm sorry, I'm even laughing at myself. Is there a cameo by the Duke? The Duke's mayonnaise?
Absolutely. Why? I
see myself out.
This movie.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've done it, folks. We've created the perfect holiday movie. Kat, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure.
Always happy to join you in the tent and see you all.
All right, we'll see you soon. Mwah.
Thank you, Kat.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, we're coming up in towards the middle of our time, and this is, of course, gathering apart. And of course, that's because we would normally be coming up to the holidays, and we might be gathering with our families in other years. But in this year, we're doing so safely, virtually, separately. That said, we want to remember in the holidays some of the things that we can do to help our community, some people who might not have as much as we do. And we wanted to highlight a couple of charities that do this work that you should remember to take a look at and see the ways that you can contribute to. So the first one is the Greater Boston Food Bank. And Julie, I think when you looked them up, you'd said that something I did not know is that there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can donate.
Yep. If you visit their website, you can donate your time, you can donate your money, you can donate by sharing and supporting. So they really do recognize that there are often many, many ways to help, and especially during this time when so many different people are taking care of themselves differently and social distancing, they do have the opportunity to support in many different ways. And if you're not in the Boston area, there are food banks near you. And I will also tag on this: if you are someone that gets any sort of meal delivery service or produce delivery, you can donate. A lot of those organizations right now, you can actually donate your box for that week week to go towards a food bank in your area or people in need. So we do encourage you to think about sort of the outside boxes ways that you can help this holiday season.
Yes. You know what, Julie? I did not know that. And I do subscribe to a service, and I'll be looking at doing that. One of my favorite things on the Greater Boston Food Bank that I did not know about, and I will certainly be doing, is you can send an e-card from the Greater Boston Food Bank, and it's a small donation. I think it's $1 or $2, but you can send an e-card and use their e-cards. And I thought, well, what a lovely way to reach out to your friends and family while also making a donation.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
Yes, so lovely. So we wanted to talk about them. Please check them out. The other group we would love you to check out is Somewhere Kaylee Teaches.
Ooh!
Yes, at 3 weeks.
I love teaching over at 3 weeks, Gwen. I'm so glad you're bringing it up. It is just one of my favorite places to teach because in just 3 weeks, I've learned we can accomplish so much together.
Yes, Kaylee, what is the class that you're teaching?
I'm teaching a class this session called Kinesthetic Creativity, which is all about learning how to express yourself using the body.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's so exciting. Kaylee is a fantastic movement director and one of the best teachers out there. Truly a joy to work with. And we would love to give you something. If you go check out their classes, if you happen to be at checkout and you click the How Did You Hear About Us box, please select 2MB Studios to let them know that you found their classes through us. They offer so many amazing things. I am looking into one of the ones I'm excited about is Tim Booker, who does the show Misinformation with Kaylee, is an amazing financial resource and runs some class for people who want to learn more about financial literacy. I certainly want to.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up now. Beautiful. Oh, the show is called That Sounds Right, Kaylee with Misinformation.
Yes.
You know what? I was getting the title all wrong because I was just so excited about your character. That sounds right with Misinformation.
Yes, we say that sounds right a lot on the show because that's really all that matters. It doesn't matter who's right. It just matters what sounds right.
Oh, well, we certainly ascribe to that here. Let's check back in. You know what? I want to see how these pumpkin cheesecake cupcakes are turning out. Julie, you're going to be so excited by what Lauren is making. Let's see how they went.
Filling now. So we have our cream cheese. It's there. We're adding in sugar and we're adding in that pumpkin space that we already made. Also, this made me realize I need to buy this bowl because I had to completely wash this bowl and it took a while because I just used it to make the batter. Our cheesecake filling, we have our batter. We're going to start combining them. Is this truly what cheesecake is? It's literally just cheese. Plus sugar. Okay, we're going to combine them. We're going to combine them now.
I love the Lauren said.
But there's so much cheese in here. It's cream cheese. So what we're doing is adding a bit of the batter onto the bottom of each tin.
I love her commitment to making things that she has zero desire to eat sometimes.
And then we're going to coat it with batter again. The rest of these sets is for 12. So I'm going to start off with 12 and see if it can do any more. We'll see.
I love when Lauren has strong opinions about her dessert.
I love when Lauren can scoop things so quickly. Look at her go.
But also, why is none of that dripping? How is that possible?
Only with Lauren.
If it were me, there would be just like a stream every time.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, she can't not afford to practice.
I do. It was for 12 cupcakes. They look beautiful. They're completely covering the center part. They're supposed to go in the oven for about 18 minutes. I feel like it's a lot shorter than that. So I'm going to put these in. While I'm doing that, I'm going to wash my mixing bowl for the 3rd time so we can make the frosting.
Oh,
Now we're going to start putting our frosting together.
I'm so excited.
We have our powdered sugar, our butter, our cream cheese, our vanilla, and secret ingredient. Just like we occasionally will add sour cream to cakes to improve the consistency, sometimes we add some sort of frosting to our frosting to improve that consistency.
Oh, I thought she was going to say mayonnaise.
I
I don't know about
you
this.
have it on hand just in case.
Right.
So let's combine all these, and then we'll mix it.
I love cream cheese frosting, and I have to say that I have never heard of the sour cream. And I want to trust. I want to believe. I want to believe.
Oh no, I've had that. I've also had Greek yogurt.
Really happy with it. So I do not think I will add in any of my extra frosting, my store-bought frosting. I think I can keep this as is. And because it's only 12 cupcakes, I really think it's gonna be enough. They're out of the oven now. They do look real pretty. I want them to cool completely before I start to put frosting on them.
Yeah, it's always my downfall.
In the meantime, I put my frosting in the fridge so it can be cool. So they really easy to pipe on top of the cupcakes. But these cupcakes are definitely cool. This is very cold. I literally just watched all of it just time passed. By the time I was finished, the cupcakes were as well. So if you need some kind of thing like really worried you're gonna frost your cupcakes, it's still warm, so you just can't stop yourself. Do an activity like that. Great, so now we're going to frost it.
Oh,
We're
Lord.
getting the full commentary today. I love it.
We are. I love the side of Lauren. It's such a lovely.
Cupcakes are done. I'm very excited. I'm gonna have a lot of cupcakes.
They look absolutely gorgeous.
Mm.
Do you make cupcake sandwiches? I do.
Yes, you have to. That way you get the correct ratio.
I want to see the inside so badly.
I know.
They are really super good cupcakes, but there are a lot of cupcakes. I ate most of mine for this week because there was so much. And these are definitely like a full complete kind of cupcake, which actually makes them very appropriate for sharing with friends and family. Separate or together for Thanksgiving, because it's very much like it's your own little cake. Not a cupcake. Your cream cheese frosting was very good. The cheesecake center was good. Indulgent. Yay! Bye, everyone.
Oh, I love that. Just the indulgent.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, we are so excited to see that, Lauren. Lauren, I love when you make bakes that you yourself are maybe like, oh, I'm not sure about, but you still make them with such precision and such care. That's perfect. Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, I think we can add Lauren to the stream if she wants to come back. She's still in the room.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I'm going to do it because for some reason it's giving me the option.
Oh, hello again.
well, Lauren, welcome back. And we are closing out today a little bit. So we're glad to have everyone back. Let's bring Kat back in here if Kat is still there.
All right.
Party. Oh, what a party in the tent!
It's been such a lovely time. And look at us all gathering separately, gathering apart, being responsible. We are hoping that you do that as well at home, that you have lovely holidays that are safe and separate and careful and involve lots of delicious baked goods. In the meanwhile, we will have another baking bash next month, third Sunday. We want to encourage you to watch That Sounds Right and Sleep Over, and you'll see some of these stars here as well. And attend if you are a woman in comedy in the pandemic or a supporter. Watch the LOL show. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook. DM for the link for the LOL show. It's going to be a very fun time. Just women in comedy in a pandemic, hanging out, making jokes, just keeping each other's spirits light. And that brings us almost to the end of our show. Does anyone have any other announcements?
What a lovely day.
Oh,
I'm so excited to be joined by so many wonderful people, both on screen and off in the chat. It's so lovely to see all of the who gave Julie this power. I actually don't know.
Yes, I don't know. Is it Matt who is helping us out as our tech?
So we do have a request for the theme in the chat. I wrote we have a private chat, everyone. I'm pulling back the curtain and letting you know that we actually monitor 2 chats while the show is going on. And I just put a potential option in the chat that's a double pun.
Yes. So we have a theme for, we've already done one of these, and we're bringing it back because it was so good and so wild. What will we make next? Our theme for next month is all wrapped up in layers, because it's going to get cold. We're going to wrap ourselves up in layers. We've already done 1 layer challenge, and we remember how that went. It was a wild time. So perhaps I will make another layer cake. We'll see. Join us next month for all wrapped up in layers. In the meanwhile, thank you so much for being here, and we will leave you with this song dedicated to our tech, who today is the lovely Matt.
Yay, Matt, and yay to all of you.
Oh my goodness. I've been having this on repeat. I can't tell if I love it, if I hate it, but it's fun.
Christmas. There's just one thing I need.
The boxing.
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stockings there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with the toy on Christmas Day. See, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Baby, I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer clicks. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you.
I feel like I both enjoy it and enjoy it ironically at the same time.
All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And
I need to know more about this man.
singing.
Oh, Jonas Gallagher?
Is ringing.
He's an opera singer. I don't know what he's been to do.
Please bring my baby to me. Oh, I don't want to.
But it makes me laugh.
This is all I'm asking for. And I
He's
just
from
want
Germany.
What an operatic tenor.
outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, there it is.
Is you. All I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, yes. And all we want for next month is you. So we'll see you there. Thank you so much.
Like and subscribe.